What's up, everybody? Wanted to do a weekly recap video as well as give my thoughts on how poker kind of relates to my trading style and how poker taught me a lot of things. Wanted to kind of go through that, give some examples about how I feel and think about certain things as far as screen time, how much time you should be putting in as a new trader to really get in the experience. And I also wanted to talk about making friends in the community, kind of being a part of the community, and how I feel you can go about doing that in a good way. I'll talk a little bit why I'm bringing that up, but alright, so this is my poker chart from I think about a year ago. Like, I basically have quit poker at this point, but this was from I think 2019, and I just want to show this chart because you can see that in order to really realize my win rate, I have to put in an absurd number of tournaments played. So you can see in total, I put in like over 5,700 tournaments, which are little sit and go tournaments. And I put in a lot of volume to get this win rate realized. And if you just look at some short periods of time, you would think maybe, maybe you're a losing player, or maybe you're just not very good and you're just break even. And it's not until you really put in the time and the volume, right, the volume of tournaments played, that you can see the big picture and really realize that, this is a winning player with a win rate. And so I feel like trading is kind of similar in that regard as far as putting in volume. But I think that it doesn't necessarily mean you have to put in trading volume. It can mean you can just put in the experience or put in the time to gain the experience. So, for example, when I was new and I was having maybe a bad trading day and felt overwhelmed or felt my emotions, maybe I was red on the day, instead of walking away from the market, what I would do is I would close my real money trading account. I would force myself to stay there for the rest of the day with a paper trading account to put in the practice. Even though it was miserable, I stayed and I watched those charts and I put in the experience, or I got the experience. Everybody's different, but for me, I felt like, what does walking away from the market really accomplish? All it really does is allow people like me to grind and get more experience than you. And so when you show up the next day, or maybe you take a week off, and I've still been there the whole time, well, I have just that much more experience than you. I can now outplay you even more. Look, I'm not gonna pretend like trading isn't a competitive thing. It is. You can say it all you want, that, oh, trading is just the battle against yourself. You're just competing against yourself, right? Yeah, sure. I mean, sure. But let's not pretend like you're not competing against other people, because you absolutely are. The good entry zones, those shares, you want them. If other people know that's a good entry zone, they can take them from you. If other people know that's a good exit zone, they can sell their shares before you. It's definitely competitive, absolutely competitive. There's no way around it. You're competing against other people. So this is more like a performance, something like a sport. You have to show up and put in the hours and get the experience. There's no way around it. You have to grind and get in the screen time. That's why I've always, just in my head, I've always just decided I'm not taking breaks. If I need a break, I'll size down, or maybe I will paper trade, but I'm not taking breaks because I want that experience that other people might not be getting. I want the edge. I'm competitive. It is what it is. So that's my mind, and that's kind of like how I feel about screen time. It's like the more you can get, the better. And if you think that taking time off is helping you, it's not. It just hurts you. And I know that you need to get your mind right, but I think there's ways that you can get your mind right without needing to take time off. And by the way, if you don't take time off, let's say you feel bad in the head, if you stay there and still grind out the day and just watch the market, you're training yourself to be more comfortable in those uncomfortable situations. So in the future, maybe you won't feel shook up or overwhelmed. You'll be able to stay stable and keep trading all day. So I've trained myself that if I have a red morning, it's fine. I could, I don't feel shook up. I feel logical and composed, and I can just keep trading. And by the end of the day, usually I'm green, heavy in the green. So that's kind of my view on that. So yeah, on the week, I had $11,800 green week. That's a really, really nice week, and I'm very happy with that. I can go over, I'll just go over my morning trades from Friday on VVPR and GoGo. So VVPR has been a multi-day runner. I noticed that it's still front side. As long as something is front side, I'm going to keep watching it. And in the morning, I noticed it was kind of popped in the morning, held a horizontal. So I just took the continuation around this 928 area, anticipating the continuation. I got the nice pop. I tried to give it time to see if it could explode up, and it kind of came down on me. I sold it at 10.10. So I made some quick profits there, I think around 1,800 or so. And then on GoGo, in the morning, what I saw is it curled up a little bit in the morning, pulled back, had this nice pop that I missed, but I noticed it was forming kind of an ascending triangle structure, and I liked that quite a bit. So I went ahead and got involved in this area, and I think it was just like a quick scalp out, because I was expecting it to surge. It didn't. I was like, I don't know what's going on. I got out. I saw it hold for a full minute, and then I was like, oh, this is a flag pattern. I re-entered at 978 area and pretty much immediately got the surge. Sold it at 1019 to lock up my profits, and so that was an additional $800 something on that. So that was just a great morning. It's like 2 quick plays. I'm up $2,500. I couldn't ask for a better morning. That's like really ideal. When the setups work, you lock in profits, and all of a sudden you're just up a really nice amount on the day. So that was pretty cool. So that's pretty much the 2 trades I wanted to talk about. There's a lot more details and specifics that I could go into, but I'm kind of at the point where I guess it's true, I am a little tired of talking about like specific strat. I don't like to go too deep into it because look, I'm at the point where I'm up a lot of money trading, and you can't help but get the real feelings that like, hey, this is working really well. You might want to be careful about just like giving all this information away for free. And I'm not going to pretend like I haven't felt that, because I have. There's a reason why traders don't post their exact entry exits on Twitter. There's a reason why they don't show their size in a lot of cases. There's a reason why they don't show the times. They don't want to give away strat, okay? It is what it is. I like to give away strat, and I give away a ton of strat. You can look, for the most part, all of my posts on Twitter, you can see my entries, you can see my exits. I post the circles, the exact times. If you go through my Twitter feed, you can learn just a ton. I give away tons of strat in former videos. I have tons of free videos on my YouTube channel, like this one. but it is kind of getting to the point where I don't really know how I feel about it anymore. And that is why I did start my service. Go on a one-on-one chat with me where I give all my specific details, mindsets, the process behind what I do and why I watch what I watch, how you can prepare, manage your risk, all that jazz, all of it, in an hour call that you can record and watch as many times as you want. It's like the people that are willing to pay for the thousands and thousands of hours that I put into this to get to where I'm at. Those people that are willing to pay for that, I'm more than happy to give it away now. But, you know, it is what it is. I just reached the point where it's like I've just put in too much work to just give this away for free. So that leads me to my next point, which is obviously a lot of people reach out to me on Twitter asking me for help, and it reached a certain point where the volume of people asking me for advice, help, or to be friends or to trade with me, it's overwhelming. It's too many people. So obviously, like, it's actually physically impossible for me to do this. And so now when people reach out to me, I just link them my service. But the thing I wanted to talk about was that recently somebody reached out to me, asked like, hey, I like your strategy, it's very cool, I want to learn it. Can you teach me? I said, I linked him the page to my service, said, you responded with, I've been trading for 3 years, I'm up 80K, and I'm a challenge student. How about we just be friends and you tell me? And I said, no, sorry. You know, that's not how this works. You're not special, you know? I don't care about your status or your perceived status. I don't care if you think you're special. You're not. You have to pay like everybody else, you know? It would be a slap in the face to the people that have actually paid their hard-earned money to me so that they get that good information. Why would I turn around and give it to you for free just because you think you're special? You're not. Super entitled, right? And it's like, he comes back at me with, oh, I'm going to remember this one day, and when I'm bigger than you, I'll remember that. And it's like, I don't give a shit if you get bigger than me. I want people to succeed. I want people to get richer than me. What the fuck you on about? It's like, I'm just, the attitude of some people is interesting. Let's just be friends so I can leech off you. What the hell? I mean, that's not how you make friends in this space. You don't make friends by reaching out to people asking to leech off their details and then give them shit when they don't want to be your friend. I mean, come on, man. Could you be any more blatant of a leech? I mean, I don't deal with people like that. You want to leech? I just pay like everybody else, man. It's just weird. It's like, I do kind of rant about that because it's like, okay, so the way to make friends in this space, you show up every day, you be transparent, you show your results, and you post charts. And over time, you'll know what other people are putting in that type of work, and you can kind of discuss with each other. And so most of my, people that I discuss with or whatever, first of all, I don't discuss with anybody during the trading hours. I'm just solo. But maybe after hours, I'll chat with a few people, and it's people that I've come up with. We were all low at one point. We were all unsuccessful at one point. And so you look for the people that are hardworking in the space that are here every day. And you interact with them. And over time, y'all get better together. And y'all come up together. And so you know who the OGs are, the people that were with you from day one, the beginning. It's like, that's the people that you can connect with the most. Because y'all just came up together. That's how you make friends. You don't make friends in this space by reaching out to somebody who has already completed the process of learning, already successful, and then get mad at them when they won't let you just use them. I'm not going to let people just use me. And the majority of people on Twitter, it's been all positive. It's been all positive. It's been good. Most people are hardworking people that reach out to me and are very reasonable, and I appreciate them, and they appreciate me. It's like a mutual thing. I just felt like bringing up, I just had to give out a little rant about this guy that thought he was just so special. It's like, I can't stand the people that feel entitled to use me as if I owe it to them. Nah, it's not. Doesn't really work like that. I don't care if you have 3 years of experience and you're a challenge student. If you come to me wanting details, you can sign up just like everybody else. And yeah, so gave that guy a nice block. So hopefully he doesn't learn anything from me. I don't want anybody like that following me, getting information. I don't want him at all. So just give him a block. Hopefully he doesn't ever see my info again. And, that's my tip to people. So, a bit of a ranty video, I guess. Maybe I'm in a bad mood. I feel alright. It's just, I get fired up about certain things. And I think the entitled people that feel like they have like a better status than other people, that kind of annoys, it does annoy me. Some of my best interactions are with people that aren't successful, by the way. People that are on the come up. They're grinding really hard. I can see that they're putting in the work. And they might not even be profitable yet. If they actually reach out and in a reasonable way, my point is this. Being a good person is what matters, obviously, number one. Not just using people and trying to throw around your challenge student status as if I give a shit. So, just put in the work, put in the screen time, get into as much experience as you can. I'm keeping it real. This is a competition, and I do give away more information than I should. Absolutely. It's stupid what I do, but I do enjoy helping people. So that's why I do it, and that's why I'm a part of the community instead of just like, basically I could take all my content down and leave, and I could just make tons of money and it would be all good, but I don't want that. I want to be here in the community that I came up in. I want to give back to the community when I can. And I want to offer services that provide a lot of value to people. And if people respect my time enough to pay for it, well, they'll get some damn good information. And everybody that I've had calls with, I've been very happy with the information. And I'm there to help them in the future as well. So it just is what it is, Wanted to kind of get that off my chest and at least give some advice to these people that are like desperate for friends, I guess. Give some advice to them as far as like how they can actually make friends without being toxic and using people. You got to put in the work too. Come up with the people around you. In the future, you'll have a damn good community of traders that you can talk to, So put in the work, just like everything. Put in the work, get the screen time in. It's a competition. We're all competing against each other, even though we all want each other to succeed. It is. We're all competing against each other. I keep it real. I realize this, and I'm aware of it. It just is what it is. So that's my rant video. All right, guys. I'll see you on the next one.